First, I'm the president of Toronto Standard Condominium Corporation, number 2164, Liberty Tower and Townhomes. Second, I'm the founder and president of the Liberty Village Residents Association, a collective of 18 condominium corporations consisting of approximately 5,500 condo units and 9,000 residents in and around Liberty Village. We share our condo board experiences, our best practices, and in 5.5 short years have become the largest residents association in Canada and very possibly the world. So you might say community building, particularly in high-density condo towers, is my thing. And you'd be right. It's become my passion, it is my expertise, and I've been fortunate enough to be recognized for this, the most significant of these recognitions being a Civic Action Diversity Fellow alumnus. Third, I am an employee of Airbnb. What I would like to speak to today is what I see as a lot of anecdotal evidence combined with a hefty dose of hyperbole and then amplified by the echo chamber of media when it comes to the effect of Airbnb in condos. This makes me nuts as I'm a data-driven guy. I'm a lefty, progressive, community-building, social justice kind of guy, but a data-driven guy. As president of a condo corps, I see everything. Fire alarms caused by people who thought that using power tools to saw wood in the stairwell was a good idea. People who shove pillows, sofa cushions, and deceased pets into garbage chutes. Cigarette butts being thrown off of balconies and causing fires, flooding from people forgetting to turn off the bath, and plenty of noise and party complaints. In fact, in my building, and my building is 65% owner-occupied and 35% long-term tenanted. We've had over 26 complaints in the last 6 months, and we're a great building and an amazing community. I bring this up for 2 reasons. First, as a president, all of these issues are real, they are substantive, and they are of constant concern, but they are also occurring all the time across the city in every condo or rental building because they are part and parcel of multi-unit residential living and not an issue caused or exacerbated by short-term rentals. Second, in the city's own report, it cited only 20 noise complaints over 41 months. That's 3.5 years made to the city's 311 line regarding short-term rentals. In a city in which hundreds of thousands of people live in multi-unit residential, this is hardly the epidemic that some would wish to paint. I assure you that I share the same values as many in this room, but the world is changing. We need to move forward with it and look at Airbnb and its tools not as a threat to the established order of multi-unit residential living or affordable housing, but as a solution to it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hofley. Are there questions? Councillor Cressy.
Yeah. Hey, Todd. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe.
So on data, I have a couple questions. So you work for Airbnb?
Yes.
Okay. How many Airbnb hosts don't live in the homes that they rent? So the proposal here is for people who are in their principal residence can home share, but not people who in their secondary, third, fourth, fifth residence. So how many Airbnb hosts are using a second, third, fourth, fifth?
That's actually quite difficult because of the nuanced nature of the platform, and I believe that Mr. Lehane spoke to that earlier on because it's self-identified.
But does Airbnb know?
Well, no.
No. Okay. Does Airbnb know how many formal rental units have been converted into short-term Airbnb properties?
I'm not sure.
So that's
I'm not sure how I could answer that question. I mean, that's a pretty long and, you know, I don't think we actually, I just don't know.
So do we know in condos, because I know you're speaking specifically about condos,
Yep.
How many condos have been purchased and used as short-term rentals as opposed to residences? Do we have that data?
I don't think so.
So that's the data I'd like. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Cressy. Any other questions of Mr. Hofley? Okay, Mr. Hofley, thank you very much.
Cool, thanks.